Good morning, boys and girls. Today is Monday, April 28th, 2025. I cannot believe we have made it to the end of April. We begin May this week on Wednesday, I think, or Thursday. So I want to just think about that. Our Patriot Pride lesson today is the day that we're going to come around and celebrate our April Patriot Pride students. And that's a big word that we did, that character trait for April is perseverance. And we have persevered this year. I've seen so many students and so many staff members really working through some tough things and being good problem solvers and keep pushing through it. Boys and girls, that word perseverance doesn't mean just to try. It means to try and try and try and try again. So I want to encourage you. We will be coming around. If we miss your classroom today, we'll catch you tomorrow. Also, just think about our May character trait is citizenship, and that award is being given by the teachers at Awards Day. And then the last thing for our Patriot Pride students, remember all your tickets all year long have been held so that we'll come around at the end of May in just a few short weeks, and we'll pull tickets to pass out those fun summer baskets. All right, today for lunch is breaded chicken patty sandwich, potato wedges, baked beans, and applesauce. Happy birthday. We have one birthday, Sawyer Pierce. Happy birthday. Just a couple of reminders, boys and girls. This week, I know Mrs. Garver will be setting up Scholastic Book Fair for the preview week this week, and you'll be able to buy books, I think, next week. Also, just looking at all the artwork that's going up. First of all, it's work that you all have done, but it's also work that Miss Rhoda has put into putting it up. So just as a reminder, please pay special attention to not touching the artwork, making sure that we're making it as beautiful as can be. We're going to have our friends and family in next week for our fine arts fair, so we want to make sure that everything looks great. So again, be respectful of the work that's being put up around our building. We are going into our last week, and it'll spill over into next week just a little bit, our last week of iLearn testing. Our 5th grade still has one test to go, and they'll test tomorrow. Our 4th grade, they begin their testing for a whole week, again, spilling into next week. 1 week of testing with the iLearn test. And again, I want everybody to be encouraging, be respectful of those testing rooms. We want to give everybody the best opportunity they can have to do their very best work. And since I've been part of the testing team, I want to just shout out to our teachers and Mrs. Bonwell and Mrs. Sneerly, everybody that's been part of the testing, our students. I have seen some great perseverance. So thank you for doing your very best, taking your time on those tests. We really appreciate it. Well, this week is as one of our last quiet weeks. Next week, we are filled with the Fine Arts Fair. Our 5th grade's going to Camp Tecumseh. We have all kinds of things going on in the next weeks to come. So boys and girls, I want you to think, as we wind down this school year, and we still have time, we're still here and we're still doing the work that we're doing. Oftentimes right now, you get to do things that are a bit different than your regular curriculum. Maybe you're doing science experiments. Maybe you're going outside for a nature walk. Maybe you're taking an extra break outside at recess. It's still important every day not to let each day get away from you. There are still opportunities to learn, to grow, to show your maturity, to show that you are growing as a person. So I want you to think about that. You're growing your character as well as your academics and your brain. So boys and girls, it is a perfect time to enjoy that growth, okay? Take time to look back on all the things that you've learned this year and think about how can you continue to grow even this last month of school, even through the summer before you hit that next school year. How are you thinking about that? All right. I know I was busy over the weekend. I'm sure many of you, this is a busy time of year with after school sports and all the things. So we need to become mindful. We need to get our focus back ready for school. So we're going to close our eyes, sit up straight. We're going to take those 3 deep breaths to get focused for the day. Here we go. Deep breath in and out. Deep breath in and out. One last deep breath. Here we go. And out. All right. Thank you, boys and girls. Make sure, actually, we've got to do our moment of silence. So will you join me for that, please? All right, thank you. Make sure you do the Pledge of Allegiance in your classrooms with honor. And boys and girls, it's most important here these last couple of weeks. The expectation is not going to change. So I want you to think about that wherever you go. If you're in the library here for the Scholastic Book Fair, you're out in the hallways, making sure you're not touching the art and doing all the things. Having your final field trips or your programs, I want you to think, how are you being safe? How are you being safe with your body, safe with the words coming out of your mouth? How are you being respectful or showing respect to others? And how are you being responsible? How are you being a responsible citizen? That's a good way to think about into the month of May. Boys and girls, I hope you have a great day today and a great week.